We're joined this morning by veteran Ed Jenkins, and he's, of course, a Vietnam vet and really involved with the Vietnam Veterans Association, not just Vietnam vets, but veterans of all branches of the service and all the wars. And Ed has been instrumental in helping so many families and so many veterans down through the years. Ed, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Jimmy Dale.
Good to have you with us today. And we want families to understand this morning, and veterans to understand that when something traumatic happens with the death of a veteran and the families want to seek assistance, it's not like snapping your finger and getting it done, is it?
No, sir, it isn't. The main thing you have to try to realize, I encourage all veterans when they get out to have their DD-214, or some would be.
What is that?
It's the same as a discharge.
Okay.
World War II had a discharge, and Korea did. From then on, it became a DD-214.
And that's so important.
That's real important. That gets what the veteran needs, and assuming there was a death, that the veteran had died, and the family would have to have the DD-214, Jimmy Dale, and we run into those cases where we have to run it down, and it makes it really hard. And the same thing when they come into the office, if they bring a copy of that form, then we can help them with their claim or whatever they need to be helped with. And
you know, a military service is a part of that too.
Yes, it is. And it tells all about your military service. It's just like your biography, when you went in and when you come out, and what you did, and each medal you receive, and all that.
Now, you deal with families of veterans weekly here in our community, and are you seeing more and more of this?
Yes, more and more of this. We have to dig up the DD-214.
Now, what route do you have to go if they can't supply it?
If they can't supply it, we have to go in to Montgomery, or usually we go to Congressman Rogers' office in Anniston most of the time, and they go into the history of this individual and get it.
Ed Jenkins, local veteran, and winner awarded 3 Purple Hearts in his service to our country in Vietnam, and he has been working at the South Talladega County office here in Sylacauga for a number of years, and helping veterans and helping their families at the loss of a veteran. And when being in the funeral home business, I see it every day. When families lose a loved one, they're at a loss. You know, they're not thinking about DD this or that, and that's where you guys come in trying to help them.
That's right. We try to help them get it up for them, and also we have a person named Shane that's retired out of the military, does a good job helping with that too, you know, and we appreciate him.
Ed, when a veteran passes away,
yeah,
and we have more and more of that happening in 2017, and there'll be more of that to follow. But the Alabama National Cemetery is a beautiful, beautiful cemetery, but you just don't snap your finger and go in over there and have a service.
No, and this is where their DD-214 comes in. You can't do it. And one thing, they will not have a service on weekends. It'll have to be, you know, the following week. But say the individual died on Thursday, and he has all his, you know, his DD-214 discharge and all that in order, then he could probably do it for him Monday. But they will not do these things on weekend.
And the funeral home director, whomever it may be for whatever funeral home, they can be very instrumental in helping with this procedure.
Oh yes, 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 and they are. Well, you know, maybe somebody said you might not be supposed to mention name, but I will, because there is an exception to the rule sometimes. The people at the Anniston Funeral Home, and then of course Curtis and Son is very instrumental in helping with this. They help on a daily basis with this, Jimmy Dale, as well as Midway. So, you know, and that's just the way it goes. When
you contact Congressman Rogers' office, just say the one in Anniston, the people there are very, very helpful, and they want to help.
Yes. Miss Margaret Smith has been there for a number of years with Congressman Rogers, and she is real helpful. Her husband is a veteran, and she's outstanding, real help. She's one of our locals from Fayetteville, taught school down there for a number of years.
So, Ed, if we're talking to some veterans, families and veterans this morning, and they see that it's imminent that a death is going to occur somewhere down the line with that veteran, how do they need to prepare?
Well, if they see that it's going to happen, they need to prepare that as soon as they can. They need to call me at 256-786-1622 and let us go to work on it right then.
Now, there's a lot of red tape to this, and the wheels of government kind of turn slowly sometimes.
Well, if we know it in advance, they won't turn that slowly. I mean, we know this to happen, and you know, no hard feeling. But a lot of times it gets hung up in the process due to something that weren't mentioned. Say we went into a local hospital anywhere in the state other than the VA. Say it was not mentioned, okay? And that would make it tough, because had it been mentioned, the hospital knows how to get in touch with Ms. Smith and, you know, and get that fixed. And
we certainly want to honor our veterans in their life,
right,
and at their death as well. So to do that, there are steps that you go through, and to find out more about this, they can contact you, Ed?
Right.
And that telephone number?
256-786-1622.
All right.
And, you know, we appreciate it, and we appreciate you for letting us come on this morning and explain it. But one more time now, try to keep up with that discharge, or DD-214, and by all means, if you can, put it in the probate office, because it's next door to our office, and we can get it quick.
You know, oftentimes, Ed, we are requested to show our Social Security card, our driver's license. This DD-14, is that what it is?
Yeah.
In this situation, that's just as important as those.
Oh, in a veteran situation, well, let's say sometime it could be more important, because it just says right there before them in the original copy. And when you make an original copy, nobody else can use it. You can make a copy, you know, that you used for, you know, your purposes, but nobody else can use it. They'd run that through so many times, nobody can use it.
Ed, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Jim and Dan. We appreciate it.
More Daybreak coming up right after this.